Welcome back to Tom's Garage again, boys and girls. Happy October. Happy October. Today is Tuesday, the 1st, and the video I did yesterday about a generator, well, today's Tuesday. It's only Tuesday, and we got some more. We got some more, and I can just smell them from here, buddy. That's the third one this week, and it's only Tuesday. People don't understand you can't store these things with gas in them for 6 months or 2 years, however long it takes for you to need it. And when you need it, it's not going to run. It's because of that hurricane we had last week. So now I have got to, you know, when the customer brings it to me, I'll say, yeah, okay, you know, just carburetor cleaning, clean them fuel tanks out, get everything dried out and drained. But they don't understand when I give it back to them, and I try to explain this. I'm going to give it back to you completely dry of any kind of gas at all. It's not going to run when you pick it up, because you need to store these things completely bone dry. Completely bone dry. I don't just drain the carburetor bowl. I take it off, blow it out with carburetor cleaner, blow it out with air, dry it. Same thing with the fuel tank. Let me show you. You probably saw it in the last video or sometime in the past, but I store my generators. I got 2 of them. I hadn't used my generator in over 2 years, but 2 years ago, I brought it in the shop, put it on the table, drained every bit of fuel out of the tank, blew air in it, dried the fuel tank, took the carburetor off, took it apart, cleaned it, dried it, and put it back together. And 2 years later, last week, I come out here, right there and right there. I didn't put any fuel in the other one. I just wanted to use this one. Wasn't gonna need but one, so I didn't bother putting fuel in the other one. I come out here and put fuel in it. Bam, crank first pull. Ain't been cranked in 2 years. But if I would have had fuel left in it from the last time I used it, wouldn't have ran. It would not have run. So I tell the customers, I'll do a video just to prove to you, just to make you feel better. Because who wants to bring a generator or a pressure washer or a tiller, something you only use maybe once a year, to a shop because it won't run, and then when you pick it up it won't run? Why won't it run? Because it's dry, it ain't got no fuel in it. I guarantee you, when you do need it, put fuel in it. It's just like buying it off the shelf at the store. Bam, put fuel in it, and there you go, it'll crank and run. Fine, no problems. So I make the customers feel better by doing a video of the work I do, showing them it runs at the end, and then I'll do the same thing. I'll drain the tank and drain the carburetor and clean it again. I'll do it again and give it back to them bone dry. And this fella yesterday, bless his heart, he said, well, what if I just put a little bit of fuel in it? No, not a drop. You can't put a drop and let this thing sit for any amount of time. Well, what if I use a little fuel treatment? No, that stuff is snake oil. Fuel treatment does not work. I don't care who you are. So what we're gonna do, this one, I think he said it's been sitting for about 6 months without using it. The tank is really nice. The fuel is just a little bit stale. So we're gonna drain that, clean the carburetor. Same thing with this one. He said this one's been sitting in his shed for 2 years. And look at the nasty rusty stuff in the bottom. That's water. These fuel tanks are metal, and you will let them, they will rust. I got to get all that out of there. See, look at there, you're already getting some rust around the rim right there. Look at that rust forming. Yep. The only way to store these is completely bone dry. That one's going to be a booger. This one is going to be easy. All around the world, same song, folks. Yep. So let's get busy. Let's go ahead and do this one first. This is going to be easy. I'm doing this video really for the customers. I don't mean to repeat videos and do the same thing over and over. You know how that goes. So the first thing we're gonna do, drain that tank. This one's probably got, well, it's probably got about 3 gallons of gas. Let me hit pause. I gotta go find something to drain this. Well, I'll tell you what, yeah, let me go out here to the shed and get some jugs. I keep jugs out there. Hold still. All right, pow. 2.5 gallon jug, I believe is what this is. Yep, 2.5 gallon jug. That's one of the jugs I use to pour oil in. So I'll set that in the floor. The fuel is turned off. Easier just to unhook the fuel line from the petcock. This fuel line here is in good shape. Still nice and pliable. That fuel line on that one is completely rotten. We've got to replace the fuel line. It's hardened. It's hardened like a criminal. All right, let's find a piece of fuel line long enough to go from here to the jug laying in the floor. The jug laying in the floor. Let's see what we got here. This is a piece of, looks like a 1/4 inch fuel line. Will it go on there pretty good? Oh yeah. Well, it ain't long enough though. That's all right. I'm gonna lower the table and just let these be draining. And when it's done draining, we'll come back when the tank is empty. Then we'll clean the carburetors. Doing this at the same time. Okay, let me find another piece of fuel line. Get another jug for this one. Yep, this one's going to require a lot more attention. This one is in bad shape. I don't think the tank is rusty. It's just water in the fuel tank, and the water has gotten, well, I don't know. I can't really say for sure though, because the water's rusty. If water don't rust, metal does. Does that make some sense? Ooh, boy, that fuel line is in bad shape. Shoo! Okay. Let me find a little bit smaller piece of fuel line. That one ain't going on there just perfect. Let's see. Find a good piece of fuel line. Find a good piece of fuel line. Let's see. Find a piece that's long enough. It'll reach. Yeah, we'll use this. I don't believe it's going to drip out. I believe it'll still follow the line. All right, let me lower the table. Okay. All right, turn the fuel on this one. Boy, that's just a little bitty dribble there. It's all right, I got all day long. There it goes, it's pouring a little faster now. Okay, now for this one. Ooh, look how yellow that is. There. What was that somebody said on Ken's live stream last Saturday about waking up early in the morning? I ain't gonna go there, but that was pretty good. They're talking about yellow fuel. Okay. This one's got a good gallon, maybe a gallon and a half, and that one's got about almost 3 gallons. So let me hit pause. When I come back, these tanks will be empty and we'll clean them. Hang with. All right, while this one drains, before it gets completely empty, what I want to do, I'm gonna take my turkey baster and I'm gonna see what I can do about getting most of that nasty water out of there. You can see it back there. There's a bunch of it hiding back there. So let's do that while they're draining. Yeah, nasty, just bubbly little bit of water. Yeah, this one's going to have more than a couple of gallons of water in it, or gas in it. This one's more full than I thought it was. I'm going to try to get what I can see here. See that little bubble right there? Kind of go down here like this and soak it up. Just like that. That's what we're going to have to do. Yeah, there's a good little piece right there, a little bubble right there. Going after it. Oh, got that little bubble. I'm going to continue doing this while they're draining. And y'all hang with. All right, they are both drained. This one, let's take this handy dandy little camera. Let's stick in there, kind of look around a little bit. It looks really, really clean. It do. Yeah, look down towards the petcock end. Nice and clean. Okay, we'll go over here to this one. Now this one had a little bit of water in it, so we know it's got a little bit of rust in it. But how bad is it? Yep, it's got a little bit. What I'm gonna do, most of that's just water floating around on the bottom of it still. But I'm worried about right in there. Yeah. See, I took that rag and I wiped most of it up. So what I'm gonna do, wipe this off. Yeah, something you can move. Let's see, so what I'm gonna do is get another rag. Most of it is right in there. Just kind of wipe it a little bit. What I'm doing is sopping up any watery, rusty water. Yeah, most of it's gone. So what I'll do is pour a little bit more fuel in it, pour some fresh fuel in it. I've got the back end of these things sitting on blocks. That way it's all tilted forward. So what I'll do is put a little more fuel in it, give it a little sloshing. Let that pour out. Drain. We should be good to go with the tanks. This one ain't near as bad as I was afraid it would be. Oh yeah, I can see that. That gas picked up all that. Oh yeah. Let that drain. You can see how that gasoline I poured in there picked up most of it. So that should drain. That should drain very, very well. Let me pour some more gas in this one. And then let it drain again. Okay. Okay. Well, she's not wanting to drain. I'm gonna pull that petcock off. Pull it off. Because I believe that bubble of water, rusty water, has got it where it won't flow. That's flowing good. Yep, let me grab a pan, because you know it's gonna make a mess. Grab my knee pad. I can't raise the table. Let me lower the camera and bring you guys down here with me. All right. I'm gonna try to pull that screen out of there. Now it's going up my elbow. There we go. Oh, there it goes. Oh yeah, we're cooking with gas now. Yeah. Yeah, got all that out of there. All right. All right. Now you can see the bottom contour of this tank. They got it where that's the lowest spot. Yeah, my goodness, look at all that. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we got it. Now what I'll do is take an air hose and pressurize that tank and try to blow out anything that's left in there. Don't pressurize it too much, you'll blow this tank out, especially plastic fill tanks. Let me raise the camera back up. I am pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. Okay. Blow that out with the air hose. Uh-oh. A little bit of money. All right, tanks are cleaned. I got a little bit of fuel put back in the tanks. And this one I'm hoping ain't that bad. I'm gonna just drain this bowl. I'll get my pan under there. There we go. I'm gonna see if I can get away with just draining this bowl. Depends on what it looks like when it comes out. Yeah, that ain't too awful bad. Not too awful bad. We got a gaggle of teenagers over there in the church parking lot just taking turns riding a little 50cc dirt bike. I tell you, that poor old dirt bike. They've been over there for about 2 hours. Up and down the streets and in the parking lot. Don't look bad. Okay. Let's hook the ferrule line back up and we'll turn it on and let that bowl fill. All right, fuel on. Let me check the oil in this thing. Well, I really can't see it that well. Ugh. Dancing with myself. Grab my flashlight and shine down in there. It's awful dark over there. Dancing with myself. Yes, well, looks pretty good. Get that dipstick back in there. We can see if she'll run. All right, main power switch is on. Let me go ahead and change his oil too. I think he asked me to, if I remember right. And while I was on pause, another lady brought me another generator. She uses that one every weekend for her business. I'm not sure what she does, but she says she really needs it by Saturday. She said it just quit running with her while she was using it. I bet the oil level got low is probably what it is. Okay. Choke. I think that bowl should have had time to fill by now. Wah, wah. Well, it runs, but it has no power. Wonder why. I wonder why. Wonder why. Huh. Let's turn it back on and try it again. Well, that's another video, another story there. We'll come back to that one later. Let's get this one going on. Let's get this carburetor cleaned. I know better than just drain the bowl on this one. I know better than that. That was going to have a deeper problem somewhere, so we'll just let that go for now. Got one on the back side right there, and it's going to be a 8mm. Dancing with myself here. Okay. Leaves, and up the spring, and up the throttle lever. Pow. All right, let's go over here and see how bad this one is. Let me grab my other favorite carburetor cleaning pan. Let me raise the camera so you're looking up and down. We'll get my hairy elbows in the way. Blow off anything on top of this carburetor. It's got junk all over it. All right. Yep, it's awful green. Brown looking, that ain't a good sign. Eesh. Come on, little bowl, let go. There you go. Oh yeah, she's nasty. She's nasty. Pull this apart here. Look at my other pliers. There they are. Dancing with myself. Come out of there, emulsion tube. I ain't scared of you. There we go. with myself. Nasty. Nasty. Good. I see it coming out pretty freely. Nice. That needle seat right there looks awful gummy. Yeah, it's looking awful gummy in there. Yeah. I want to take a chance on that seat leaking. We'll give it a cleaning. Do the old Q-tip trick. Polishing compound. Yeah, that's nasty looking. That's a whole lot gooder. It's so shiny. Oh, so shiny. If I can get the camera right. There you go. Nice and shiny. Make sure to get no lint on it. It's just stained. Now we've got to do something with this bowl. Well, let's take it over here to the parts washer and get some of that Scotch-Brite pad on it. See if we can get it cleanly. Nice and clean. Dancing with myself. It's pretty stained, but it's coming. It's getting there. Well, by no means is it perfect, but it's there. It's good enough. Just stained real bad. Just stained real bad. Let's see, let's go over and finish putting it back together. I need to clean that emulsion tube and jet. It's about empty. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Grab my little wire. Let me grab another can of carburetor cleaner. Okay. All right, pretty good, pretty good. O-rings are intact, that's good. Oh boy, now for the emulsion tube. Emulsion tube. Gotta go through every hole. I'll tell you about that fan running, you can hear every sound out there. Airplanes, that little regional airport down a few miles away, that thing's been busy the last few days, I think because of the hurricane. I believe because of the hurricane. Okay. Jet's nice and opened. All right, let's stick her back together. Nope. Made you jump, didn't I? Pecans are still falling. Make sure that goes back in there right. Oh, where'd you go? Put a little lube on that O-ring right there. I didn't want to go back in there. Dancing with myself. There we go. I don't know why I always get the last song I hear stuck in my head. All right, there's that. Get the needle and seat back in there. Want to do the pin? It's laying here somewhere. There it is. At least that'll be nice and shiny. Let's see, the carburetor goes on like that. You want to point this kind of back just a little bit so you can get to it. Make sure the throttle shaft is free and the little choke shaft, that's free. Okay. Let me lower the camera back down. Okay, you got the gaskets are still good and intact. Let's see, grab my niggly nose. Turn the light on so we can see what we're doing. Can't find the hole. There it is. Okay. Let's see, I got us a new piece of fuel line. Let me hit pause. I gotta go find a couple of clamps to go on this. All right, got some clamps. I got some clamps. They may be too small. All right, perfect. Let's see, we need to cut this to length. We'll cut it right about there. All right, put this on there. Let's see, we need the choke mechanism. What do I do with the choke mechanism? There it is. I thought somebody stole it. All right, now we'll put this back on there. I'm gonna wait to put that on there. We'll make sure it runs good first. Easy. Okay, let me clear some of these tools off the table. Giving that bowl time to fill. All right, let me grab a rag and check the oil in this one. Check the oil in it. Oop, yep. Just got oil in it, all right. That oil smells like gas. And it all come rushing out. Look at that. That crankcase is full of gasoline. Look at there. Yep. Yep. We gotta take care of that. We gotta do something with that. Let's check the oil. Boom. Okay, let's grab a small pan. Yeah, look at there. Look at there. full of gas. Yep. Full of gas. I wonder how lucky I can get just by tilting this thing over. I need a bigger pan though. He's got it mounted to this wooden platform, and you really can't get in there to get the drain plug and drain it like you need to. It's sitting on top of that wooden belly. I don't want to use my Mighty Vac because it's got gas in it. It will ruin a Mighty Vac vacuum pump real quick. So we have got to come up with another way to do this. Get this wire out of the way. He uses this for his ground wire. Let's see, how lucky do you think we can get if I just tilt this thing over? Can I even tilt it over? Oh yeah. I'm fixing to make a mess. This thing's on wheels. Thank goodness they're not swivel wheels because they'll spin around and I'll just drop this whole thing. I can't let go. I can't move the camera. I hope y'all can see. Oh, easy, 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 easy. Ooh, let me dump this and I'll come back and tilt it further. Ooh. Making a mess. Over here. I'll tell you, everything I'm doing right here is making a mess. Making a mess. That's all, I've got plenty of rags. Yeah, those are swivel. The one in the front is a swivel wheel, so we'll spin it around that way. Spin it around that way, and then we'll see if we can get a better tilt. Oh, careful, careful. This thing comes to a point where it just wants to fall. And I can't get the pan under it. The pan's kind of holding itself. From what I can tell, I got it tilted far enough over. Okay. Whew. Yep, she's completely empty. I can see all the way to the bottom of the engine case. Okay. That was hairy. That was hairy. All right, now we'll grab some fresh oil and a funnel. Put a little Tropicana in it, boys. I gotta get a funnel a little bit smaller than this one. I think this is about the smallest one I have. I need one more narrow at the very bottom. We'll give it a second to settle and we'll see where we're at. Oh yeah, that's just near perfect right there. Almost to the top of the neck. Okay. Okay. Power on. raise this camera back up a little bit. Okay. Let's see if she'll run. There's choke. Fuel's been on. Power switch is on, full of oil. As I think, she has got a good surge. Terrible surge. Just as I was afraid she would have. So I'm going to take and get the thing out of the way. Get out of the way. We're going to take and see about opening this up a little bit more like we did that other generator the other day, yesterday. Let me get my little drill bit set. We'll drill this one out. There's still that O-ring over there. Make sure my bit ain't dull. All right. All right. Let's see, let me take a good close look at this thing. Oh yeah, that's all the way through. Oh yeah. Perfect. Now we'll put her back in. And make sure it goes all the way down. Just that all the way down. It appears to be all the way down. And we'll grab my screwdriver and put this one back in. If it's not all the way down, you won't be able to get this back on. Right about there. Now let's see what that gives us. See if that done anything to help the situation here. Now let's see if we can see if I've done any good. What do I got sitting on the table over there? A box of carburetors. Let me move them. I want to knock them off. Sit on the floor. All right, let's fire it back up. All right. She still wanted to surge at first, but she smoothed right out. That's good. scared of me, that's what it is. All right, so this was done. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna drain this fuel tank back completely empty, blow it out with the air hose, unhook it here. I'm gonna take this bowl off too, I forgot to do that. Make sure there's nothing in there. And we'll just drain the bowl here, squirt a little carb cleaner up in there. Put the air filter cover and everything back on it. Okay. That one I got to do another video on. This one here, the engine runs good, but it ain't working. That's why I need James and Ken in them. I don't like generators. I can't stand them. I don't work on them very often. I've fixed a few of them, but I don't work on them often enough to stay in the know. So now I got to go watch a bunch of James's videos. Try to figure out why that one ain't working. It's got to be that little, probably that little doohickey in there. Little doohickey. Part number, I don't know. But the first thing I want to do though, really, when I see something like this that's been sitting, I should have mentioned this in the beginning, but always make sure there's no dirt dauber's nest in there. This one's got a screen on there to prevent that. They'll do it. Those hunters, man, they'll call me with a question about their ATV. Won't crank it. It's been sitting all summer. I said, well, look at your muffler. Check your muffler. Even this bench grinder right here, look where it's put together. Dirt daubers even built nests in here. I had to take a screwdriver and dig all that out. They will, they'll build a nest anywhere. Okay, let's get this one draining again. I don't think I put a whole lot of fuel in it. I put just enough where it would, you know, be able to get picked up. And so let's grab a pan. Grab a pan. Fuel is off. Let's see, I think we'll pull it off from down here. No, we'll put it off up here. That clamp right there is almost too small. Let's see, grab that piece of fuel line we was using. And we'll turn the fuel on and let that be draining. Let that be draining. Grab me a block of wood and stick it back under the back of it. Hi-ya! Yeah, I walked back here and touched that muffler and not realize it was pretty warm. Just a draining. All right, grab some tools. Let's put this thing back together. I'm tired of looking at these generators. Here it is Tuesday, and this is the fourth one this week. Wow. At least this one works. I have no idea why I took that off. Still draining? Nope. I can tell this thing's been taken off before. I'm going to pull that petcock back off and make doubly sure it's. That'll make me feel better. That'll make me feel a whole lot better if I did. Because it seemed like I put more than that in there, more fuel than that. Pull this screen back off. Let's tighten this little bolt down here that holds the bottom of this air filter housing. Okay. Now we'll grab the air filter and put it back together. Little doohickey. Well, they put that frame right behind that one. Careful. Oh, well, I just broke that off. Okay, grab the filter. Grab the filter. Sloshed a little bit of that gassy oil on it, which ain't gonna hurt nothing. Let me blow this out a little bit with some curb cleaner. I got a little oil sloshed in that too. Did I put that thing upside down? No. All right. All right. Get my air hose and puff a little air in it. Well, I said I was going to take that petcock back off. Let's do that. Let's do just that. Get that other pan. This is a little smaller. Ooh, easy, boy. All right, we're empty. Careful. I'm making the biggest mess today. I don't know. Some days I just do that. It's all right. Now I gotta go to the bathroom. Yikes. I'll tell you, this is exciting, isn't it? Watching gas dribble. Well, at least making a mess, that plywood right there absorbed most of it. It's the world's most flammable piece of plywood. Well, it put more in than I thought it did. That was just barely a trickle. We'll just wedge that right there. Come over here. I want to take this off. Make sure it's clean. Find a good way to hold it. Without hurting it. Yep, it's got a little water and crud in the bottom of that. Yep, a little bubble of water. Little bubble of water. And I'll take this and blow through this a little bit. Little screen in there. Everything's nice and pretty. Nice and sturdy. Okay, back over to the generator. We'll put this back on. Make sure the O-ring is still there. Everything's good. Grab my channel locks. Hold that just a little bit. All right. Real good. Sing it, Birdie. I just know this fella's going to get this thing home and put gas in it and try it. I could tell by the way he was asking me when I was telling him what I was going to do. Can you just leave a little bit in there? Not if you want it to run when you need it. Oh golly, let that drain. There's got to be a little bit left in here under that drain plug. I'm going to loosen this bowl nut a little bit. Yeah, there's still a little bit dripping out of there. A little bit more came out. Okay. Get that hose pushed back in there. And then we'll hook the fuel line back up. And be done with this one. Be done with this one. All right. I'm gonna work on that one. That's gonna be another video. I gotta figure out why that one ain't getting power. Probably something simple. Something a little simple. Hi, boys and girls. Thanks for watching another Tom W video. A little bit of rambling. Messing around the shop today. Servicing a couple of generators. A couple more. I got another one to go. Y'all be good, boys and girls. I love y'all, man. Thanks for watching my video. And that's how I like to winterize a generator, no matter what time of year it is. Don't leave them with fuel in them. Love y'all, be good, and I will catch y'all on the next one.